Hi everyone, Alex from AutoStore here. So this is episode 3 of how to design an AutoStore. Past couple of weeks I've been going through how to put together a high level concept nice and quickly. I think in about 7 minutes we could go from basic numbers to an actual 3D image of what the system might look like. So moving on now, I'm going to go into a bit more detail about the modules and how you'd select which robot, which port, which size bin to use for your actual AutoStore. Okay, so jump straight in. So AutoStore is made up of 5 modules: the bins, the grid, the controller, the ports, and the robots. So over the next few weeks, I'll go through each of those 5. So to start with this week, we're going to go through the bins. Now the bins, although they are essentially totes, they have been designed specifically for AutoStore because of the way the AutoStore is structured. So the way a system is designed, you will have the tote bins directly on the floor and stacked on top of each other. So the actual load is going through the bins rather than through the grid itself and directly onto the floor, which is why the load of an AutoStore is actually quite low or point loading from an AutoStore, I should say. So there are 3 different bin types. All of them have the same internal diameter of 603 by 403 mil, and it's only the height that changes. Now, the reason we've done 603 and 403 rather than 600 by 400 is so that you can fit a 600 by 400 carton straight into the bin itself. So it just helps with inbounding using those standard cartons. So between the 3 bins, I say the difference is in height. So the largest is the 425, so 425 mil high. Mid size is 330 mil, and bottom size is 220 mil. Now, although they differ in size, that also changes how many you can stack because the robot's only got a set window that it can collect from. So with the 220, we can go 24 bins high. With the 330, we can go 16 bins high. And with the 425, we can go 14 bins high. So what that means in terms of density is you can get a much denser solution if you use the smaller bins because you get 10 extra bins in every single stack with a 220 bin versus a 425. So the way we would design a system is we'd look at the dimensions of your products and then decide based on the percentage that fits in each size bin. As you'd probably guess, the 330 is the most commonly used because it's the mid-size. Probably say, might be wrong with this number, but maybe 2/3 to 3/4 of all installs are using the 330 bin. As you can see on this left-hand side, you can actually divide the bin up into sections. So that image has got 6 different SKUs within the same bin. Now you can section that up into halves, quarters, thirds, many more. I've seen some with up to 16. But it all depends on what your SKU profile is and the dimensions of them. So the same for every single bin is the load. So 30 kilos is the maximum load you can put in each bin. That's it for this week. Next week I'll be talking about the grid and how you'd select between single double or double double. See you then.